It's TA with MK. It's TA with MK. Gents and ladies, no time to waste. Don't be afraid, it's time to trade. Let's start your brains like high-speed trains. Storm these games like hurricanes. It's time to save this herd this days. Put on your cape and learn the phrase. It's TA with MK. It's TA with MK. Oh, hey. Good to see you there. Welcome back to TA with MK. My name is MK, and today we're going to talk about Bitcoin dominance. Let's go. Bitcoin dominance. So what exactly is Bitcoin dominance? Well, in a nutshell, it is the percentage of all of crypto that Bitcoin makes up. But let's dive a little deeper than that. To help you understand Bitcoin dominance just a little bit clearer, we're going to start by going to our browser, and we're going to go ahead and go to TRADINGVIEW.com. And then here where it says search markets, we're going to go to the Bitcoin dominance chart, which can be found by typing in BTC D and then hit enter. Now you should be greeted with something similar to this. Now if your indicators are up, we're going to go ahead and double click to get rid of those. And then instead of being on the 5-minute, which my chart is on currently, up here on the top left, I'm going to switch that clear out to like the day. Let's get the 1 day so we have a little bit more expanded, zoomed out price action. Get it centered in our screen here. And now let's direct the attention just above me over here, where you see that it shows a percentage in green on the right side of TradingView. It says 42.81%. Well, what does that mean? Well, once again, simply put, if all of cryptocurrency together makes up 100%, then Bitcoin alone makes up 42.81% of that. So nearly half. Well, how does understanding Bitcoin dominance help us in trading? Well, let me explain. What if you had a crystal ball that could practically tell you every time Bitcoin was gonna make a move? Yes. I want to present to you a chart that in some ways is your crystal ball. If you can understand how to read this chart and what it's telling you, you may be able to combine TA for Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance to time moves out of Bitcoin. Sound like a lot? It's really not. Let's quickly head back over to TradingView to the Bitcoin dominance chart and dive a little deeper. Now to help you understand Bitcoin dominance even better, we're going to go up here to the top and open up a new tab. And we're going to go ahead and type in TradingView.com again. And this time I want you to search for total, TOTAL, the number 2, and it should bring up a chart that says crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin. Go ahead and click on that and let that chart load up. We're going to double click to get rid of the indicators and then get price action in the center of our screen, similar to how the Bitcoin dominance chart looks. Now the reason we bring up the total 2 chart is to help you understand the correlation between Bitcoin dominance and the rest of the market. And what I mean by that is Bitcoin dominance, if we click on that over here, it shows us that Bitcoin currently makes up 42.67% of the overall market. Well, total 2 doesn't show it in a percentage, but it's all of the rest of the altcoins, and it shows it in a dollar amount. Right here it's saying it's $1.124 trillion. But as far as percentage goes, it would be like 57%, right? Bitcoin itself makes up around 43% of this overall crypto market, and total 2 is just showing you all the rest of the altcoins. Now I say all that to say this. It's important to understand that most people assume when Bitcoin's going up that altcoins are going up with it, and when Bitcoin's going down, altcoins are going down with it. At least if you've been in this market for a while, you would understand that that's kind of statistically what happens. I'll have another video in the future that kind of explains how Bitcoin runs this market. But for now, just stay with me. Now we're back on this Bitcoin dominance cycle chart, and I want to actually refer to it, just for the sake of this video, more as the money flow chart. And what I mean by that is the money flow as it pertains to Bitcoin, altcoins, and no coins. And what do I mean by that? All right, let's take everyone else out of the equation for a minute. Let's pretend the entire crypto market is just me and you. Yes, Congrats. We discovered and found crypto, and yes, we're going to be billionaires. But no, just kidding. But for this example, it's just me and you. We each have one Bitcoin and one altcoin. All right? So between the two of us, it's 2 Bitcoins, 2 altcoins, and so Bitcoin dominance would be at an even 50% because out of all of crypto, half of it's in Bitcoin and half of it's in the altcoins. Are you with me so far? I haven't been in math for like 20 plus years. Well, now let's say I decide to sell my 1 Bitcoin. And you decide, nah, you're not doing nothing. You got the moon mission mentality, so you're still going to hold on to your 1 Bitcoin and your 1 altcoin. And now I just have 1 altcoin. How would this affect Bitcoin dominance? And what about the rest of the market cap? Well, let's quickly analyze. So before, assuming we were distributing our money evenly between the Bitcoin and the altcoins, we were each holding 1 altcoin and we were each holding 1 Bitcoin, right? So that made up 2 Bitcoins in the overall market and 2 altcoins. That made up 100%. Dead down the middle as far as Bitcoin having 50% of that and altcoins having the other 50%. Well, now in my next scenario, I sold my Bitcoin. So now I only hold 1 altcoin. Rest of mine's on the sidelines in cash, ready to buy another coin potentially in the future. And you hold 1 Bitcoin and 1 altcoin. So now Bitcoin is only 1/3 of the coins. So now it's only going to be 33% as far as its dominance goes, right? There's 3 total coins left in the market, and Bitcoin's only 1 of them. The other 2 are altcoins. So it's going to make up 33%. But then the overall market cap is also going to go down because I sold my Bitcoin. I didn't buy another coin, I just sold it. And now hopefully you'll see this chart in a different light as I kind of go through each scenario here. And then at the end, I'm going to quickly show you a few examples of Bitcoin dominance going up or down while Bitcoin was going up or down and how the altcoins or the total to market reacted to those moves. Now again, I often like to refer to this chart as the money flow chart, at least as it relates to money flowing into the market and out of the market, whether it's going to Bitcoin or altcoins and so forth. So in this top scenario, it shows Bitcoin dominance is increasing, while Bitcoin itself is also increasing, and the end result is that the altcoins decreased. Well, in this scenario, it's just saying that people are taking their money out of altcoins, moving that into Bitcoin, so therefore the price of Bitcoin is going up, but because they're moving out of altcoins to Bitcoin, the overall market share of Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin dominance, is also going up. Now on the next one down, where it shows Bitcoin dominance is increasing and Bitcoin itself is decreasing, this is worst case scenario in crypto. The end result is that the altcoins dump really fast. Well, why is that? Well, in this scenario, it's just saying that people are selling their Bitcoin, but they're also selling their altcoins. They're just selling their altcoins at a faster pace. So overall, money is coming out of the market. People are selling off their crypto. It's just they're selling their altcoins at a faster pace than Bitcoin. Therefore, Bitcoin's dominance or overall share of the market is still increasing even as its price is going down. Now, scenario number 3 is a little more boring. Bitcoin going sideways. It shows the Bitcoin dominance is increasing while Bitcoin itself is stable, so going sideways. And the altcoins tend to just be stable in this case as well. It's what's known as the accumulation phase. The reason Bitcoin dominance may still be slightly increasing is just that money is going a little more into Bitcoin than it is into altcoins. Therefore, the dominance is moving up slowly. Scenario 4, Bitcoin dominance is decreasing while Bitcoin itself is increasing. This is best case scenario in crypto. It means the altcoins are going up really fast, or what we refer to as an altcoin season. Well, to make sense of this, think of it this way. Okay, people are buying Bitcoin, so money's coming into the market and they're buying Bitcoin. That's why the price is increasing. But the reason why its dominance isn't going up with it is that people are actually buying altcoins at a faster pace. So a ton of new money is coming into the market. It's just for every 1 Bitcoin they're buying, or for every $100 they're putting into Bitcoin, they're putting 200 into altcoins, right? So the whole market cap's coming up. It's just Bitcoin's overall, share of that is coming down. 5 and 6 we'll go over pretty quick. On the 5th one down, it shows that Bitcoin dominance is decreasing, while Bitcoin itself is decreasing and altcoins stay stable. The reason for this is just saying that people are selling off their Bitcoin, but at least the dominance for Bitcoin is also coming down, so therefore people are just primarily selling their Bitcoin and holding on for the most part to their altcoins, which is why they're staying stable. And finally, our last one, it shows Bitcoin dominance is decreasing while Bitcoin remains stable and altcoins increase. Now, it's not that they're increasing at a fast pace, but in this scenario, it's just saying that people are holding on to their Bitcoin, But the reason why Bitcoin's dominance would be going down is that money is definitely still coming into the market. It's just that it's going into altcoins more so than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's moving sideways, altcoins are slowly moving up. So Bitcoin's overall share of the market, or its Bitcoin dominance, is going down. Now to finish up, we just want to quickly highlight a couple of scenarios that played out that align with what we were showing you previously on that Bitcoin cycle chart. So I'm back on the Bitcoin dominance. I'm going to go up here on the top right to this little square that says select layout. We're going to click that, and I'm going to do the layout where it shows charts side by side. Go ahead and click there. And now I've got Bitcoin dominance over here on the left, and if I click over here on the right, anywhere in the open area, and then go up here on the left where it says btc.d, and now I'm going to type in total 2, T-O-T-A-L, and the number 2, and hit enter. Now it's going to change the chart on the right to the total 3 chart. Then I'm going to also double click out in the empty space so I can hide those indicators. And now I've taken it even one step further, and I've added a third chart. So now we have Bitcoin on the top. That's its daily chart. We've got Bitcoin dominance on the bottom left, and we've got the total 2 on the bottom right. And I've highlighted using the Alt plus V feature on all three, the time frame between January 3rd and April 15th of 2021. And I just kind of wanted to highlight what ended up being a pretty good little altcoin season. You can see how Bitcoin's price action correlated with its dominance and what the alt market did. So up here with Bitcoin, between that time frame of January 3rd and April 15th, Bitcoin went from just under $30,000, and it had pullbacks along the way, but more or less, it was in a steady uptrend clear until April 15th, where it topped out at around just under 65K, right? Well, Bitcoin dominance between that same time was trending the opposite way, basically trending down. So even though money was flowing into Bitcoin basically during that entire time frame, as we can see by the total 3, money was flowing into altcoins at a faster pace because the altcoin market exploded from down here at around $250 billion all the way up to over $1 trillion in that same time frame. So what does that tell you? That's that scenario where we say money ran into altcoins faster than Bitcoin, but money was just coming into the market overall. Now in our second scenario, this one is also good for altcoins, but just not as good as the last scenario. In this scenario, we've highlighted price action for Bitcoin between the 1st of October of 2021 and the 20th of October of 2021. Same for the other 2 in Bitcoin dominance and the total 2 for altcoins. During this time, you can see that Bitcoin's price action trended up, but its dominance also trended up, and the total 2 trended up. So they all 3 trended up. But because you can see that the Bitcoin dominance was trending up, it just means that when money was flowing into the market during this period of time, it was flowing more into Bitcoin than it was into the altcoins. But still a good scenario because money was coming into the market still. Now in our last example, we're going to highlight what we usually refer to as the worst case scenario in crypto, or also known as a flash crash. In this scenario, Bitcoin dominance is pumping while Bitcoin is more or less dumping, and that's really bad for the altcoins, right? Now, the very nature of this situation is that it happens usually pretty fast and catches most people off guard, at least if they weren't watching for some of the signs and paying attention. Now, I'm still on the daily chart for each of these, so there's not much data. We often know flash crashes happen pretty fast. So obviously, in this case where it's daily candles, I've highlighted the candles, and it all happened in one single daily candle. Now, if we were to zoom in to say hourly, we might get a little more data to show us that it was kind of building up before it actually all kind of took place. But if you look at this candle on Bitcoin, in one day it dropped from just over 43,000 all the way down to basically under 30, like around 29K. Bitcoin dominance pumped during that time from just over 39.5% all the way up into the 45, almost 46% range. And the total 2, which is all the altcoins, dropped from having about $1.2 trillion all the way down to almost half of it gone to about $670 billion. Pretty crazy. And in conclusion, how can we use Bitcoin dominance to help us trade? Well, I personally just chart it like every other coin, and we'll show you that in future videos. But more or less, if Bitcoin dominance is, say, trending down, which is good for altcoins, but it's nearing a support level, it just tells us it's time to be cautious, because we don't know if Bitcoin's going to bounce with Bitcoin dominance if it bounces, or is Bitcoin dominance going to bounce and Bitcoin pulls back, which we know, from showing you the previous example now that that's a bad thing for altcoins. So basically, we're just using Bitcoin dominance to help us time Bitcoin moves. We don't know the direction, but at least we know when to be cautious, and we can kind of be on alert and have a plan in place. And that's the whole idea of all of this, right? Is just to have an edge, any edge we can get. Once again, this is TA with MK. My name is McKay. All I ever ask is that you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks. It's TAWITHMMK.